Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk some mountain weather. Got a lot of good news. Two different storm systems during the time period. The primary one will be the initial 213 to 215 main storm system with colder air, bigger totals, good jet support. So we've got all that going. And then there's a second storm, 219, 220, so obviously later in the period. But that one will also have some cold air and good jet support from the northern and the southern branches. So I really like what I'm seeing. There are going to be some pretty big totals in combination or in concert with both of these storm systems. So let me just show you what the setup is right now. Water vapor satellite. Let me mark the big features. So there's one little initial low that's dropping down through the sea area. It becomes a southern track storm, benefits Arizona, New Mexico, southern Colorado. But then here's the main storm of the time period right there, and then the other one is also large behind it. So we'll call that 1, and we'll call that number 2. Let me just mark the track so you can see how all this is going to play out. This one will come down through the Intermountain West and become an Albuquerque low, really benefiting southern Colorado, northern New Mexico. But but during the whole time frame, I think the Tetons do well, Montana does well, Washington State does well. And then this storm will come in just a little further south, but it will have good jet support and it's going to dig pretty good with the jet. I'll show you that pattern coming up, and it will also deliver some nice snow to the Intermountain West. All right, let me show you the jet just so you can kind of see it. Now this is 220. Big dip in the jet, strong winds with the jet, some streaks running through. So you've got colder air dumping in. A lot of things going here. Northern and southern branches make a contribution. So we could be looking at a nice storm system here, 219 through 220. Remember, the main storm is the leading one that will set the stage, essentially, for all of this. Let's talk about the forecast as far as radar and satellite goes. So here it is. This is Monday morning. That southern track low sliding through Arizona and New Mexico. Here comes the main storm system diving down through. You can see it. There's the morning of 215. Albuquerque low moves out. Then we get a little drier period right here waiting on the next storm. There's the morning of 217. Not much happening. Really, the storm is waiting. 218, 219, 220. 219, 220 will be the main time period when this sweeps across the Intermountain West and brings the colder air, the wind, and the snowfall. All right, let's talk numbers. All right, so here's period 1, 212 to 214. So you're just starting to get the leading edge of that 213 to 215 storm. So you capture some of it here with these numbers. Northern New Mexico, southern Colorado, a foot. Less as you go north in Colorado. Looking at probably 6 to 12, 6 to 13 over the Tetons and Big Sky, looking very good. I like what I'm seeing there in Washington State and Oregon as well. A nice track through there. So that's period 1. Here's period 2, 215 through 221. So here you're capturing the end of storm 1 and the 219, 220 storm. So the numbers are pretty significant here. Another foot possible up in the Tetons. Northern New Mexico, southern Colorado getting nailed with another 1 to 2 feet. So in sum total, southern Colorado, northern New Mexico, at least 2 feet, and in southern Colorado, probably 3 feet. And I'll show you those numbers coming up with a specialty map. But even I-70 north does okay with this time period. Probably a foot, 8 to 12 in some of these places, a little bit more through the Front Range high peaks, Winter Park, Longs Peak, Eldora, do a little bit better. Look at Washington State and Oregon, another foot to maybe 2 feet. So that's awesome. Here's a specialty map. Southern Colorado grand totals through the period 212 to 221, 3 feet over Wolf Creek or more. It could be more. Even snowed down at Bayfield and Durango, so we're going to have some snowy conditions even to the valley floors with this. An indicator that we're going to have a good supply of cold air. In the San Juan proper zone, we've got Purgatory, Eolas, Silverton, Red Mountain, all at 2 to 3 feet. Rio Grande Pyramid. I mean, there's going to be some very heavy snow with this. So that is the grand total map for that area. If I show you the Northeast, there really isn't much here. Very light accumulations. I don't have anything well organized during the time period. All the action is going to be out to the west, and I'll show you that map again. 212 through 214. Really good stuff here through that period, and even in period 1. The numbers are significant because you're starting to capture that 213, 214, 215 storm. So find your place, find your favorite place, Tetons, Big Sky, Colorado, northern New Mexico. Washington State, Oregon, all going to have great grand totals during this time period. I really like that. Really like what I'm seeing. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in here. Always appreciate it. Take care. Have a great day.